examples of speeches using stories. The one being given today is 8 to 10 minutes, a speech to entertain entitled Memory Mutiny. The fact of Bill's being entertaining, reminds me of what I heard about Charles Lawton, who you all probably never heard of, goes so far back, but they said it would be entertaining if he read the phone book, and that's the fact for me about Bill.
I'm sure that previous speakers who have presented to you have always started off with, "It's a pleasure to be here." Not a pleasure for me today. I'm really anxious about this presentation today. Not because I'm concerned about my public speaking ability. I'm a good speaker. I'm intelligent, witty, funny, well-prepared, and well-organized. You want validation? Ask me. Nor am I concerned that you'll like the content. I did a lot of research. Talked to Stephen Kane, Felipe, Vicky. So I know your interest. I know you're going to be interested in this topic. What I'm anxious about is I'll get up here and forget what I'm going to say. And I struggled with that. And I was tired of struggling. I thought to myself, I'll just write it all down. And I'll read my speech today to you. Anybody have a concern with that? If I just read the speech, reduce my anxiety. Okay? Okay, good. I forgot my notes. Oh, now I remember why I put my wristwatch on my right wrist to remind me to bring my nose. Went into the bathroom several weeks ago looking for my glasses. Remembered I left them in the living room. Walked into the living room and had a hereafter experience. Asked myself, what am I hereafter? Am I the only one who has experiencing or is experiencing memory mutiny? Anybody else have that kind of a problem? We're kindred souls because she, my memory, is leaving me. The brazen hussy told me she found a younger man, vibrant, fresh brain cells where she could live, wouldn't have to work so hard. I begged, beseeched, pleaded, to no avail. She was leaving me. The Jezebel. I should have seen it coming. She's become more distant as time has gone on. Talking to Richard Cummings about my favorite opera, Petra Kucha. Maybe not. Trying to tell Hyatt Ives, the author of a book I just read. Every time the author's name came into view, my memory took it away. A shadow, a mist. I could not remember. I suppose I should have seen this coming. A few weeks ago, Texans were playing the Jets. My wife sent me to the grocery store. We're having friends over to watch the game. She knows about my memory. Gave me a list. Had it on this wrist like a quarterback. Went to the store. She made me take my cell phone. Went through the list, had everything. In the checkout counter, she calls, Bill, do you have everything? She doesn't trust me. Got everything. Do you have the beer and the chips? Right? Yes, they're right in the bottom of the cart. Checked out, went into the parking lot, loaded everything into the car, came driving home. Gosh, I left the beer and the pretzels in the bottom of the shopping cart. Turned the cart around, zip back to the grocery store, jump out, there's my shopping cart. Beer and chips were gone. There's a note. 2 homeless people thanking me for the chips and the beer. Going back to their tent to watch the Texans game. A postscript. Next time, please buy cold beer. any spurned partner in a relationship, I began to seek solace and comfort outside my relationship with my memory. I know what you're thinking. Memory adultery. I tried to stay faithful, but she kept slipping away. Then I saw her, finely buffed, clad in bright red leather. A personal digital assistant. A PDA. I resisted. After all, my relationship with my own memory, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, until death do us part. But then, she blinked her black light at me provocatively. I couldn't keep my hands off her buttons. She was so much more responsive than my own memory. Our relationship grew quickly. We became intimate. Her figures, I mean her numbers, were voluminous. Why, in a romantic restaurant, I would stroke her buttons to recall an address, a walk in the park, a secluded bench. I would caress her for an address. Take notes at a Toastmaster meeting to recall later. Things were going so well. I even contemplated running away with her, committing a little PDA. Of course she had shortcomings, of course. 200 megapixel screen, 500 megahertz operating system, 500 gigabytes of memory, and her batteries ran out of juice at the most inopportune time. But no relationship is perfect, is it? I could have overlooked these shortcomings until I discovered she was beaming information, our secrets, to other PDAs and other iPhones. Everything, addresses, phone numbers, intimate notes to myself in cyberspace for everyone to see. She was clearly a loose woman. I dropped her. Decided to go back to my own memory. Rekindle our relationship. Talk to her about all the good times we've had together. Said to her, remember in college how we aced the calculus exam? We only missed one question in partial differential equations. We celebrated. Of course, she was upset she missed that one question. But I consoled her. Who cares about partial differential equations anyway? She would have none of it. Packed her bags, left, slamming the door behind her. Take with her my memory of all my passwords to my online banking account. My memory of capital of the 48 states. Or was it 50? Don't ask me my cell phone number. I can't remember it. I was worried. I was upset. What was I going to do? I called my computer consultant, my network consultant. Told them what was happening. It was emergency. They rushed right over. Examined my hardware. Told me there's been instances of recalling, of capturing lost memories. But it was a long process, painful process, expensive process, with no guarantee of success. They advised and counseled against it. Move on, they said. Create new memories. Forget her.